Hey, what's up, guys? Back from the deck profile here. Now, you guys saw my Saturday upload. We're still recording this on Saturday, but you guys will see this Wednesday. This was the list that Cody was playing after we played fucking hours of mirror matches of Infernoids. If you guys don't know what it's like to fucking bleed from your eyes, that's what the mirror match of Infernoids is like. Like I said, yeah, it was a good time, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for doing it with me, bro.
Always a good time.
Like I said, he went the other route. I went the 60, fucking whatever. But his list is actually just insane. I think it's actually kind of far superior. But he also lost a lot of the die rolls, and I think we figured out that losing the die rolls, even with the traps, was just better. Because just normal summon Decatron just beats a board sometimes. And we're just like, right? Like
it just forces you to do it.
It does, dude. Like, because I'd end on the fucking Flood, like Desiree and whatever, and you'd just be like normal, and I'd be like, this is kind of unsaddening. What's going on with it, brother?
All right. So.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for coming on. I love you.
Yeah.
Also, Cody's birthday is in 6 days, 5 days. I can't even, whatever the 12th is. Yeah, it does to me. Wish him a happy birthday down in the comments.
Appreciate it. You don't have to, but
you will though.
So for the monsters, I play
none.
Yeah. I play these guys. So I play 3 Decatron. Card is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the heart and soul of the deck. Kind of just does everything you need, literally, because it dumps any of them.
Yeah, it's just one of the last non-once per turn cards left in the game.
Yeah, dude. And you can abuse that so easily in this deck.
Yeah. We just chose not to play the Snake Eyes stuff because we were like, it's just nobody's gonna watch Snake Eyes stuff. So
yeah, it's just I don't know. I like this build. So
I do too.
Hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yep, 3 Decatron for sure, and then a bunch of the 1-ofs. So keep track of their levels, because that's very important with this kind of deck. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the bigs.
Yeah. Summon from graves.
There's 2 other bigs. I'll show you the big ones, big ones. Big Buddy Bop.
Big Buddy Bop.
And
Sick.
These 2 are really cool. They banish 2. Same with these, but they banish 2. This one, you tack over a monster, you can tack again. That's kind of important because he's pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy tacks, you can banish a card. That's really good too.
Yeah, non-target end of battle phase.
Mm-hmm. And then these 2 are banished 2 as well. It's kind of cool with this guy because he's a level 6.
Yep.
You can deal with the Fiendsmith cards, which I'll show you here in a second that I'm running. So that's for those. And then the little guys, they all do like kind of their own cool thing. That pops a monster, that pops a spell trap, that bounces a card.
Yeah, compulses, and then this target's a set card, and either player can respond to it, shuffle back in the deck.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool playing into boards. These cards are really good at cracking them,
Mm-hmm.
Which I really like because it's very, utilistic or whatever.
Yeah, I just really wish they could attack after they fucking did it.
That'd be really nice.
But, these were printed in 2014 or 15.
Yeah. And then you got the board nuke, the monster and trap nuke, like Dark Hole, and then you got Heavy Storm. But these guys require 3. Sonny brought up a good point. The way he remembers it is he assigns them numbers. So, like, you have to banish 3, but it
counts itself. So if you see 4. So you see itself in graveyard, it counts as 4.
Yep.
So it's just easier to remember it that way, in my opinion. And I think that's probably.
And you play like 16, 17, depending on your build.
Yeah.
They vary, but it's cool because you can take away from that count and you can keep in your mind. Because the levels are really important because they all have the effect summoning from graveyard. If it exceeds 8, so if it's 8 and below, you can summon them. But once you go past 8, you can no longer summon these guys from the graveyard. Yeah. So that's
which is why you have to play this. This deck's actually super skillful. I think
it is. It is. And then one of the best parts, one of my favorite parts about Yu-Gi-Oh is the Fiendsmith engine. It just goes really well with it.
QCRs.
Discard.
Euros.
You can discard, random stuff, and it's just really good with other stuff in the deck because you just want certain things in the graveyard, or this to protect you, like with what's the Desiree.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Also, one thing I wanna just add to this real too. Once you get to this, because this is coming next, right?
yeah.
The tract is sometimes if you don't open Decatron as the normal summon, you'll tract and then add Lurie, and then you'll discard a Fiendsmith, or not a Fiendsmith, a fucking Infernoid card, and then you'll banish the Infernoid monster to summon one of the small ones from your hand that like picks apart the board or whatever, and then you'll normal this. So like you can like kind of get to where you want to go at a safe spot by normaling this, because the only normals in this deck are these two and then the Decatrons.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and then I play the trap. I really like the trap.
He does play the trap. The trap's fucking good, dude. He's not wrong.
Yeah, I send it all the time.
Yep.
And then you just use it to send a Desiree, and
Yep.
it shuffles back. It bounces a card. So it's just kind of cool because most decks play on your turn. So a lot of times they'll special summon a card to which you can activate this, banish it, and then you can dump a card from deck or extra deck. And a lot of times that's Desiree. Desiree, once it goes to grave, shuffle your Light Fiend to bounce a card. And this card's just really good. It's just an extra layer of interruption, clears random problem cards. Really, really like it. Like again, this engine is really...
It's really strong, dude. It's worth the price tag, I think.
Love these cards, man.
They are, dude. I'm glad we fucking held fast, dude. Like when they fucking started tanking, and then we were like, yeah, we already got them, so whatever. We got them for deals, so it was fine. But and also, you only played one of each of the Infernoids, yeah.
Yeah, one of each of the, basically one of all of them except for Decatron.
Yeah.
So, because it's important to have different names and different numbers. So, and then the one-of spells for the deck, Monster Gate, pretty self-explanatory. Summons all your guys, it dumps all your guys, and then gets you into Fiendsmith. You know, you can randomly hit like a Decatron, and that's obviously super broken because it's not once per turn. So this card's really good. And then sometimes you just want stuff engraved to clear levels. So like if you got a big guy on field, you need to clear the field, then you can activate this, clear your big guy to keep playing. So
yeah, because sometimes you'll actually throw or talents and take their Desiree and then monster gate it. You know what I mean?
Yep,
like just
or that.
you know what I mean. So.
And then Reasoning, same thing. These two cards go hand in hand. I really wish these cards were more at one.
Yeah, I wish we were the OCG where I think there were 3 in the OCG apiece.
God, it would just be so good.
It would, dude. It would really be nice, like, just for decks like this to just kind of capitalize on.
Yeah.
But, you know, fuck us. So.
I got 3 key stars just waiting.
Yeah,
dude.
me too,
Can't
dude.
Wait.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm really hoping so. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe with the new Charmy cards, they decide
They're
to do
money
that.
now, too, dude.
They are, dude.
Yeah.
They are. Some of the other one-ofs I played are these two. And again, this gets you into Decatron, gets cards out of your hand, like some other cards I play, some trap cards, and then
Lurie.
other... Lurie! And then Instant Fusion, you can summon the one guy, the evil guy, and just pop off from there.
Yeah, and also a lot of players still don't think you play Anima, so it's just like, they're just like, oh yeah, like...
Yep. So you can just summon the evil guy, Anima it, use the evil guy, search a spell trap, void guy, and then take one of their cards. So, and people still play into the columns, which is crazy.
which is crazy, dude.
And then like a secondary, just kind of small engine I play are these.
This was my favorite part about Cody's list.
Yeah, 2 is debatable.
Shit. Yeah.
2 is debatable. I just tried it because I'm testing right now a little bit.
Yeah.
But I do like it. You have plenty of targets in the deck, and I'll show you.
Yeah. And then this is just Rhoda for...
Yeah, that's just
a void card.
Yeah, you just dump. I mean, you can dump Fiendsmith stuff.
Yeah, or
guy,
fucking Desiree, fucking whatever.
Desiree, all kinds of cool stuff.
Yep.
So this card's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Every time I drew it, it just came in clutch.
It was good, dude. One time he played it, and I was like, "Is that a fucking proxy for something?" He was like, "No, send evil." And I was like, "Good." Yeah, yeah.
And then the Void Reignition. This card's really good.
It's probably the best. It's the most important. Not the best. It's the most important card in the deck, I think.
You know, a card's good when it says once per duel.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave it there. But it is once per duel, so you only play one. No need to play more. I mean, if you played like a weird turbo build, I guess you could play more. Yeah. Because it reveals one of your monsters or void speller traps or whatever it is.
Void speller trap or Infernoid.
Yeah, and then you
discard the hand and
discard
then
the hand.
draw that number. Yeah.
So basically, like what I forget, like
card destruction.
Card destruction.
Yeah, and also
it's searchable.
Yeah, it's searchable and it discards. So like we were talking about playing multiples with Lurie. or multiple lurries. Like, you know what I mean? Because you could just play like this, reveal whatever, discard your hand, lurry will summon, and then you Fiendsmith combo after you draw it, whatever.
And then the most busted effect about it, and one of the main reasons I play this, is the second effect on it is...
once per duel.
Once per duel, yeah.
Not the turn it sent.
Not the turn it sent, but you can banish it and put back up to 11 of your banished Infernoid monsters.
Different names.
Back into the graveyard. So this card right there just extends you into... I don't know.
Yeah, everything. And also, if you guys watch my Saturday profile, when I was talking about our eyes bleeding in the mirror match, we just, every time each other saw this, we would just SP this away immediately.
Yeah.
Like, we were just like, yep, go away.
Yeah, because that right there just leads into so many plays.
It just outs the grind game, like...
Too much advantage. Yeah. And then, so for the Void spells, I play 3 of these guys. This card does lock you into Void monsters, but it's basically a Rhoda for the deck.
Yeah.
And it also just DD, what was that?
DD Warrior Lady. It's like when sometimes they won't, they'll if you have this up, they won't read it all the way. You'll just tell them what it does and be like, do you want to read this? And they'll be like, yeah. And then they'll sometimes try to just go to battle phase to out a Decatron. And then you'll be like, okay, send this and then banish both. Yeah. And then they'll be like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
Lose,
Yeah, or get a dude in your mouth.
Yeah, you know.
So 3 of those.
Shout out to Jimmy Reynolds.
And these are all continuous spell. Yeah, jokingly, but not really. These are all continuous spells, so like you cannot thrust for them, but there's ways around that. Yeah. So
this is the one that makes all the dudes level 1.
Yeah,
it's half damage. Dude,
really good.
It is, dude.
But
it is.
You don't want to run a lot of them because even though you play going second build, it is very good because like Shaddoll Fusion when they have an extra deck monster.
Or going first build.
Mine's more
going second. Right, yeah.
But like if you're going second, this card is really good because you can use it in that way. But it also just has its drawbacks too. But I really like it. Don't want to draw too many of it. 2, I think, is fine. You might even be able to run 1 just to search it if you need the room.
You would side the other copies. You would have to play them somewhere, I think. And also, it sends itself for cost, so they can't ogre it.
Yeah.
Just something to remember.
Yep, something that's really cool about it. And then just one of these guys. I really enjoy this card.
Just the Breach.
It has a couple of different effects.
It does, yeah. It's we were testing this just because obviously it's searchable.
Yep.
But the stat buff matters.
Yeah, it does. Comes up. I mean, it gets you over problematic cards because you obviously banish a lot. So this can just pump you up, and also you can use it very offensively by banishing your own guys that you want to see again. Because there's only a couple ways to recycle a graveyard, and that other spell is one of them. But this is another way, like a slower way. And you can banish with one of the bigger guys, or even if you have one from hand, banish another guy. And then this can either put it back in your hand, or if you already did that the turn before, then you can just summon it, ignoring its summon.
Yeah, and also Anunku.
But it's one or the other.
Yeah, it's Anunku and Deviati also say just whenever there's special summon, and this ignores summoning conditions, so you can just slap an Anunku on the board in Dark Hole.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's very, very good. Definitely play 1.
100%.
And then another extra engine of this, I really enjoy Dark Fusion.
Yeah, this is my favorite. If you just open this with just Noids, you're just like, I'm ready to buzz.
2 to 3 in the deck minimum. Like he said when we were testing, this card's extra good just for the last line because a lot of people still don't realize you cannot target the card you special with this.
Yeah, people are playing Imperm and Veiler.
Veiler, I mean, you just can't.
Mourner, right?
Yeah, I think Mourner target.
I don't even fucking remember. I haven't seen that card in a minute. But.
Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, this card's just really good. Gets you into your evil guy. And it just has other random...
Every villain is lemons.
Yeah.
Shout out. Right, babe.
So, and then the last bit of spells, some of my favorite spells in the game are Thrust, Talent.
Can you see ours, right?
Yep.
We are going to make out on my OnlyFans later.
Yeah, make sure you
in the description. So.
Yeah, these cards search, I mean, just anything you want. I mean, you also play a lot of other cool traps that if you're going first and they don't have monsters or whatever, this card just can set really good cards. Defensively, offensively, and just searches really good spells. So.
Also, one thing I want to note too is you can continue with this, but I was just saying normally you could side in the cash engine because Shifter just hurts this deck obviously. But that card needs to be fucking banned. I don't care who you are. It needs to fucking go. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I'd rather play against Droll than Shifter every day of the week.
Yeah.
But you could slide in, like, the cash engine and stuff, and, like, that just makes, you know, summon Fenrir, summon Unicorn, and then normal Decatron. Like, you're just really going at that point. Like, anyways, continue.
One of the best traps
Yeah.
in the deck, Void Feast. Now, I know you're probably thinking, why do I not play 3? 3 is very good. You can test it. I just don't want to draw multiple.
Yeah, I played 2 in my list on Saturday, if you guys didn't see that. And remember the play with, like, the send the Void spell or whatever, and then you would feast, send the Void spell, and then feast, send the other feast. You only need 2, I think.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Also, rollback is just rollback with this card just makes me want to fucking puke.
Yeah. The other great card is rollback. This is a good way to play on your turn if you draw this card.
Lab.
Because that's why they're so lab sick. Yeah, you don't need that in lab at all.
Yeah. No.
But I love you, brother.
Me too, brother.
Wish you would talk to me more. So, anyways, this card it's so good because you can get around this being a trap by discarding with the other ways you have in the deck. I mean, there's so many ways to discard a card in this deck. So if you have one or the other, or you can send it with the Fool's Burial Goods.
Yeah, that too. I forgot. Yeah, yep.
So there's just a bunch of different ways to just play Void Feast on your turn, and because like you minus life points, but you put up a really good board. So
yeah,
I think the card's really good.
And also playing the mirror match too, dude. Like I would fucking roll back my feast, and then he would have a set roll back, and then roll back my feast, and I was just like, what the fuck are we doing, dude? It's 5 in the morning. We're both just like,
and with so many people playing Impulse and Purge
and Imperm and fucking,
this card just gets so much better because it was set and it wasn't activated from hand. So not only can you possibly get the second effect of like popping a card with Impulse and negating a special summon, but you don't get locked out of your stuff, which is super nice. I mean, you lose half your life points, but I mean, sometimes you got to kiss.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna kiss.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the best defensive traps in the game.
Yeah, this card's just way too good.
It's just a good feeling. Like if you get stopped, like they hand trap you and you have thrust, you can just set this and kind of feel safe. There's obviously ways around it, but this card is very strong, 100%. And there's a lot of decks just can't.
It also beats the 10-ply field spell.
Yeah,
which, know, as long as one monster goes face down, they have to the player has to send the rest of the monsters.
Yeah.
So, just something to note.
This card's really good. Again, you can use it
turn,
offensively and defensively. Again, with the deck, you can use it with rollback. Discard it, send it with goods, discard it with one of the spells, and then just use it on your turn to out problematic cards. And and then just 2-trap trick. Card's really good.
Yeah, he didn't play Imperm.
Yeah, I didn't play Imperm. I do kind of want to put 2 in there, probably bump it up to 50. But
might as well just make it fucking 60. But I think this is just
But yeah, I really enjoyed these. These cards are really good because you can just banish Feast and pop off, banish, this and feel safe. Yeah.
And also, people forget. Also, shout out my boy Demonte. He gave me a QCR trap trick. But one of the things that people don't remember is that when you trap trick and banish the trap to set a trap, you can activate one trap that turn. It doesn't have to be the one you set with it.
Yep.
So like you can set Dharma Cannon, and then they're like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna get Dharma Cannon, and then you flip, whatever
Void Feast.
Yeah, and they're like, oh fuck, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah. Or vice versa.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Whatever the fuck. So.
On for the extra dip.
Extra dip.
We have
suck my own dick.
Yeah, on
demonetizer.
Anima, you play a bunch of ones.
Yep.
Very good. Fiendsmith engine, not really much to say there.
Yep.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Play the SP, love SP, play it and everything.
Yep.
And then the Phoenix, you have a lot of fires in your deck, obviously. Just a very good card. Out the problematic cards. And then one of my favorite things about this deck is playing these two because, a lot of people are playing fire.
Yeah.
And just this, getting you into this, and then getting you into Flood.
Yeah.
This card, they were very careful with how they designed it.
They did, dude. And it kind of pisses me off.
Dude, I know. There's so many times where I'm like... this card could have been so much better, but...
Yeah, it could have. It's Chang Ying.
Yeah.
But also negates a summon, and then... If it's destroyed, it summons a Infernoid from deck, ignoring summoning conditions, so you can summon a Nunk Dudes or whatever the fuck. Also, one thing I want to point out is you sometimes can do this after you do the Fiendsmith stuff and co-link this. so they can't die by battle.
Yep.
Just not a big deal, but.
And again, this is another discard outlet, which that
Yeah.
does come up. It's nice to just be able to get something out of your hand. But yeah, this card, it's so cool because 2 cards, if they have a fire engrave, can just turn, you can link climb into Flood, and Flood has 3 effects. The first one is you can just negate an inherent summon by offering one of your guys.
Yeah.
And I think it banishes it too, so like
it does.
That's just even better.
Yeah.
That's maybe like not towards Malice, but
right. But like that's like the best part about this deck is the fact that it negates and then banishes the card.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Mechaba or whatever the fuck. So.
And then if this is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, which that's important to note, I wish it was your own too. Again, that's one of the watering down effects.
Yep.
Then you can, what is it, special summon one?
Yeah, special one from deck, ignoring summoning conditions, I believe. It actually might not ignore summoning conditions. Yeah, it does ignore summoning conditions.
But, and then the, what's the other effect? It's, if a card is banished from your graveyard, you just banish a card.
Yeah,
on the
non-target,
field. And it just, I can't tell how many times I would use it to out a, what's his name? Desiree.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and also one of the funny things, like I told you, we were playing the mirror matches and makes our eyes bleed, is like we would save our animas for when they made the flood, so we would just try and suck the flood, and then we would both just be like,
suck the flood up.
Yeah. Forget. Yeah. Forget.
But yeah, so Flood's just broken. Very, very good card.
It is good. It could have been better, but
yeah. So I'm actually playing 2 of these.
I forgot. Hold. Yeah. Cody's playing 2 evils. I was just playing 1.
I was playing a Tierra, but I've taken it out. Like he said in his profile, it doesn't really do
Tierra's
much.
just not fucking that good, dude. And it makes me sad because it's ultimate rare. I love that card forever. It just doesn't do enough. I don't, Yeah.
And because you played the trap, I played 2 Desiree, but I've been testing in Neck Whip, and I'm kind of just going back and forth. But play 2 of those. You have ways to get that back. It's just 2 is handy. The deck is a little tight on space. And then for the Exceeds, obviously play the Wave King. The card's absolutely broken. And then this card, that's actually broken as well.
Which we talked about multiple times.
Yeah.
And also, one thing that I did want to point about, too, with if they are playing Fiendsmith, or they are playing Desiree, if you do Tierra and they send 3 from their extra deck, they can just send this and another Light Fiend, and then this will send a card. And you're just like, wow, I lost. For no reason. Like,
it's just not as good as what it used to be.
Honest,
because there's too many cards, and especially with Ryzo being powerful now.
So Blue's Destiny,
they're just gonna send the Exceed and just unsleeve.
That was another That was another reason why we were talking about like playing the trap cards, is because like the set cards are the only cards in the game right now I think that are protected. You know what I mean? Like because like they'll just send the aggregator or whatever the fuck that rank 9 thing is that just negates.
An alligator.
Yeah, I wish, babe. But that's I don't know. We're just in a state where I'm just trying to fucking play. I will have a Dragon Link list too soon. Don't worry about that. But did you fucking enjoy that deck, bro?
Oh,
dude, we had so much fun today, dude.
Yeah, it's been so long since I played this deck, and it just felt fucking great. We had such a good.
We've
time.
had our max rarity core since like since it came out, I think.
Yeah, because as soon as it came out, we just both
we're just
wow,
like, it's broken.
That's our kind of
like,
deck.
We used to play with like Raiden in charge of the Light Brigade.
Lightsworn stuff, dude.
Yeah,
oh
what's the Galaxy? Cyclone, the one that's banished from graveyard, pop a face-up spell trap. The secret rare from Secrets of Eternity, I think.
Yep.
You guys will know. But it was like one of those decks, dude. And we're just like, we used to grind this. Like, and also one last thing that I want to say is, Infernoid is the only deck I think in Yu-Gi-Oh right now that can do anything you want it to do. Like, however you build it. Like, you can make any synchro. You could make any. You know what I mean? Like, however you want to build it, you could build it that way, and it could do whatever you wanted. Like, with the Crimson Dragon, it used to be the hot red turn skip deck, but now it's not. So, any last words, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I just hope you guys enjoy. It's a fun deck. It's a little on the complicated side.
It is, dude.
Because you got to remember levels, and you got to remember
how many Infernoids, how many different names, how many levels are left. Like, it's fucking,
but it's worth it. It's fun.
It is.
Take it to a local and just have fun with it. Like you'll surprise, and just the extra DD Crow effect on these cards.
Yeah, it's just broken.
I assumed you guys knew, but I should have said that.
Yeah,
the extra DD Crow,
and
more importantly, it's a DD Crow, not just a bestial or whatever. It can hit spell and traps, and that's really important too, because there's a lot of spell and traps that you just weren't able to target, but now you can, because these cards, almost all of them do that.
Yeah, and all the small ones tribute to DD Crow only on your opponent's
Your
turn.
opponent's
The big
turn.
ones are either players.
Either or.
So
And they're
that's
all
why-
quick effects.
Yeah, and also the fucking Crusadia Aver Equimax, where it would
That's
point
another
to,
card.
Yeah, that we were talking about playing was like you make Equimax and then have 2 Infernoids point to it. It's like 7,400 attack. You attack with it, use one of the fucking Infernoids to tribute it off so they can attack, and then you win. But that was like a whole, who gives a fuck? But you know what I mean.
It's
also
an extra fun line. I
it's
mean,
just,
if you want to
there's
build an
so much.
OTK
Yeah,
turbo build,
There's so much you could fucking do with the deck. It's
Oh,
just
it is.
like, it just makes my brain bleed. But
in a good way.
yeah, in a good way. Also, we might have DDDs soon. If you guys want, dude. If you guys want us to play DDDs, we will, because we fucking love that deck. So.
Love it.
But brother, I love you.
Love you,
Thanks
brother.
for coming on, dude.
Whoa.
Whoa, what?
Are you guys done?
Till you got
Yeah.
jealous there for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
See you guys later. Cheers.